she says, or I can fake my own death. And it's such a Gemini, like, why say the truth? Why say,
Oh my
like,
God.
I just don't want to be here if you can fake your own death, like Paul McCartney and Tupac.
And you know that in talking about that meme, you're obviously triggering my memories of when I sometimes spontaneously lie, often in situations when I'm by myself in department stores. So, I mean, it's Christmas time, so obviously during Christmas, everything feels like it's all about the big department store and snow, even though we're in the middle of a heat wave in Melbourne. But you know the story, or obviously the listeners don't know the story because I feel shameful about it, but sometimes I just like literally spontaneously lie in the middle of nowhere, and I don't know why. I can't really process what's the meaning behind it, but I was once trying out like $200 perfumes in the perfume section of Maya, which is a big department store in Melbourne, and the woman started chatting to me, one of the sales women, and she's like, oh, how's your day? And I was just like, for some reason, I just slipped out of my mouth, oh, look, I've just broken up with my partner. Not true. No partner. No breakup. Like, just slipped out. And then she's like, oh, how you going? Like, she's like, oh, my God. And I just kept going. I was like, yeah, like, you know, it's been really hard. and then she's like, how long were you put together? I'm like, oh, 8 months. Like, not that. Full lie.
Yeah, but
and
she did give you like 5.
she's like, oh, sweetie. And she started putting all these really expensive perfumes, you know, little testers for me. And she's like, darling, you'll be fine. Like, seriously, like, I went through a breakup and now I'm with my new boyfriend and it's so good. And I was like, I don't know, I think, like, yes, it was a lie, but in that lie was an opportunity for me and her to relate on a really deep level. So I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about it, but it does spontaneously happen. So when you talk about Geminis just flipping over from time to time, sometimes things just pop out.
Yeah, you
like
guys,
a little pimple.
You are ruled by Mercury and you are ruled by communication. So maybe you're like, I need to communicate with her, so I might as well lie. And that lie became your truth.
Exactly. It's not the first and it's not the last. Often to hairdressers as well. Sometimes I lie to them. Don't know why.
I hate being at the hairdresser. I always feel like next to me, they're always chatting and they're always having the best time. And I become so awkward. And I just tell them, do whatever you want. I trust you. Like, even though I know what I want, but I feel like every time I'm at the hairdresser, I have this pressure of being friendly and chatty, and I can't do it. I feel so pressured, and yeah, there always seems like they're having so much more fun with the person before me or the person next to me. I don't know.
You just need to lie.
I can't lie. I was raised in like, really, like, lying and stealing and smoking cigarettes is the 3 worst thing you can do in my, like, upbringing. So neither of the 3 I can't do. So is inspired by Spotify Wrapped 2018.
And this is not a sponsored podcast. It sounds like we're like sponsored by Spotify
We're not sponsored by Spotify.
I pay my $11.99 every month.
We're not sponsored by anyone, for that matter.
Yes, anyone. So we are open
to suggestions.
To monetize.
We reached out to Susie Spraytans. She didn't really care. Whatever. So we decided to do our little astrology roast Wrapped 2018.
And are we spelling that wrapped with an R or with a W-R? Like we're wrapping it up, or we're wrapping like just being real?
It is a good question. Let's discuss that
As
after.
two whiteys in Melbourne, I think we're going to do W-R.
Let's do WR.
Okay.
So we decided to do a little bit of a summary of the year in terms of astrology. We both sat and wrote our favorite star sign of the year, the star sign we really want to get to know better next year, and a star sign that we need a break from. And we didn't share our answers with each other, so this will be the first time that you hear my answers, Karen, and the first time that I hear yours. Let's go.
Holding my breath.
Don't hold your breath, as Nicole Scherzinger, or whatever you say her last name, sings on her debut single after she left the Pussycat Dolls.
Oh, she had some amazing Loosen Up My Buttons.
That was a great one. Actually, It wasn't her debut, I'm sorry.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hotter than me?
Yeah, it was hot like me.
Oh, like... Oh, that's a bit sisterhood. That's, like hot as me, equal.
And if we are already correcting, I would also like to apologize for calling the decans Decadence 2 episodes ago. The month is divided into 3 decans. And I just wanted to know, I want everyone to know.
I think it's a bit sexier to say decadence, the 3 decadence.
Yeah, well, it is, but it's not correct.
Why are you getting evidence-based now? There's been nothing on this podcast that is based on anything more than Google research.
Yeah, and
life, which is the greatest teacher, as we know.
Exactly, the greatest teacher of
Okay, so Etai, tell me, who has been your favourite sign this year, or your most loved sign?
My favorite sign of the year is Gemini.
What?
I know Geminis get so much hate on the internet and in the streets, but my favorite is a Gemini. As mentioned on the podcast, I moved from a Virgo Pilates teacher to a yoga Gemini teacher, and my life has changed. Yes, I'm not as fit as I am with that Virgo Pilates teacher, but I am way more, I would say, happy and confused with my Gemini yoga teacher. You know, every time you come, she's a bit different. She didn't rock up to one of the classes a few weeks ago.
Keeps you on your toes.
She keeps us on our toes.
Literally, because you're doing a yoga class.
She tells us stories. She starts almost every class with saying, for those of you who don't know, I'm a Gemini.
Aww.
And I love talking. I love Mercury. And she's just, I just love her. The air energy. And obviously doing this podcast with you and living with you as a Gemini. I just feel like Geminis are the heir to my sales.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they give my fire, they keep my fire up, burning, and they're always up for a chat.
Yeah, I think that air energy works well for you.
And creativity, I just love them.
I actually also chose an air sign. For some reason, I just felt Librans. I don't know why. I just felt like, but Librans and just generally the air energy this year, I enjoy the lightness. I enjoy the friendship of Librans. I think that it's that creativity. And also Aquarius, also Gemini, the creativity, the flexibility. I think it works well in this adaptable society, and I've enjoyed it this year. I mean, there's been a lot of information about Geminis, Trump being a huge Gemini and everyone hating him and Kanye, and I think they are exhausting everyone a bit, but I think they're onto something. And Librans, it's a nice mixture of those qualities, and they always look nice and they wear nice jewelry, and I've enjoyed it this year, that lightness.
True. So air signs.
Air signs, and I've got to say Pisces as well. Ever since we had a Pisces stay at the house, very special Pisces. I didn't ever have a lot of time for the water signs. I was either terrified of them or bored by them, but it really taught me this year that emotional, sensitive empathy. I think the world is in great need of that, and in 2018 I don't think Pisces got a lot of airtime, but I definitely enjoyed them personally.
That's amazing. So what is the sign you need a break from as a contrast to the star sign of your year?
Initially I wrote on my thing all the water signs, but I take that back now. I think I'm going to stick with Geminis for this one as well. I think I've talked about how when I meet Geminis, I need to be in a dark room for a couple of hours afterwards because they exhaust me, they trigger me, I project a lot onto them, and they project a lot onto me. So when I've gone to see an astrologer who was a Gemini, and she kept telling me that life is going to be very difficult for me because she's also a Gemini, I was like, yeah, I get it, you're right. And I think, as I said, Kanye, Trump, I think the world needs a break from this kind of communication, Instagram, Twitter. Erratic, telling everyone what you think straight away. I think actually we need to chill the fuck out and embrace other qualities, the fire, the water, and definitely the earth. So I think I need a break from, I think 2019, we're going to have a shift away from that airy quality into something of more depth.
Okay.
Yeah.
My star sign that I would like to take a break from, it might come as a shock to all of you, but it's time for me to release Aquarians. I think I put them on this pedestal. I get scared. I get excited by them. It's just like enough. Enough with Aquarian energy. I don't need to chase you anymore. And and everything's so deep with them. And I love, if you're an Aquarian that's in my life, like I love you, and it's nothing to do with you. It's just all these like philosophical.
I don't think it's deep with them. I think they're avoidant and they are detached, and so it brings out the water and the depth in you. It's all in you.
But what did I realize the other day? We were on a barbecue and over one of our friends that is an Aquarius, and we had a chat about being an Aquarius, and I told him, as an Aquarius, you care more about climate change than you would care about your friends telling you they had a shit day at work.
It's true.
And Aquarians, they care about the big stuff and not about the daily stuff, because that's the detachment. I care about the world, but it's hard for me to care about something that happens next to me. And I feel like that's the philosophical aspect that I'm talking about. I actually want to talk about my day. I want you to talk about regular things, So Aquarians, I love you. You'll always be my first. You'll always be my last.
You'll always be my dad.
You will always be my dad. But let's take a break and we'll reconvene in 2020.
I felt that. Wow, Etai, I'm really proud, and I feel that. I similarly, I've talked a lot about on the podcast about my fear and distrust of Scorpios. I don't feel like I am so impacted by them anymore. I think I'm done. Like I don't care. Like it's great, they're hot and they're doing their thing, but like that kind of energy, it doesn't take me anymore. Give me some air, some fire, even some water. I don't know, but not
just a splash.
Not that one. Splash.
Just a little splash.
Wow. Well, I'm excited for 2019, where you won't be besotted by every Aquarian that crosses your path. I think, is it a coincidence that it comes at the same time that your father has adopted 10 new children? I don't know.
Who the hell knows?
We could analyze that forever. Okay, but that's very exciting. Now, the star sign that I'm actually very excited for next year, or for the coming year, I actually think that the water signs are going to take over with their slippery little watery hands. I think Cancerians are going to pop out of the woodwork. Ariana Grande is already, indicative of this power.
Woman of the Year.
Woman of the Year. So she's kind of already achieving that. But also, I'm sure a lot of you are aware of Lindsay Lohan and her new exciting MTV series called Lindsay Lohan's Beach Club. So being the ultimate crazy Cancerian, Lindsay Lohan has decided that instead of having to leave the house, she can just make a series, or she'll make her own beach club restaurant in Mykonos where she lives, and also make it a TV series. So she doesn't really have to leave anymore to party and to get attention and fame and to be crazy. She can just do that at home, filmed by MTV. And I love Lindsay Lohan so much, because she said, people have always given me so much trouble for going to clubs, so why didn't I just make my own? And I just think that's a wonderful approach. It indicates to me Cancerians accepting themselves, so realizing like, I love to be domestic or to be familiar with my surroundings. So why not bring everything to me? Why don't I love myself and just turn that into gold? And I think 2019 will see that watery energy. People, also the Pisces. So Riri has been very quiet for a while, and I think hopefully Rihanna will release some new music. But every star sign accepting their qualities and embracing it. And need I remind everyone that Demi Lovato is also back on the grid as well. But so that's a Leo. But water signs, I see you, I feel you, I'm terrified by you, but I think 2019 is your year to shine, and we just need to let you do your thing and get out of your way.
Wow. And Lindsay is such a Cancerian. It's too much.
It's too much. Like, I don't want to be close to her, but I want to observe it.
But she really figured it out, really, working from home.
Yeah. Mykonos.
And she also did the most Cancerian thing. So we all seen the Thank You Next video by Ariana, and how some original actors from the movies that she recreated, she brought into the video.
Such a great video.
And some people she replaced. And Lindsay Lohan tweeted a picture from the video saying, "Ain't nobody can do Lindsay Lohan like Lindsay Lohan." But loved the video, Ariana Grande. And it's like, is this a compliment or is this an attack? I don't understand.
I feel like Cancerians get a lot of crap as well, though. Like, they are sensitive, but they're really beautiful. I was communicating with an Astrology roast fan who, she was kind of talking about, Cancerians and how they have a real way of making you feel really guilty for everything. Like, they can love so beautifully, but they let you know that, that guilt element. So they do get a lot of hate online.
Just like your mama. They're the Cancer, the moon,
Yes,
the guilt,
I
the
do come from a
feelings.
strong lineage of female Cancerians. It's true.